All right, we are rolling, rocking and rolling and whatnot. And let's make sure we're going. Yes, we are. All right, let's get into this. All right, let's talk inflation today, folks. I'm going to dive into this CPI report. If y'all get lost, just ask questions down in the comments, and I will do my best to come back and answer them. Y'all notice I don't spend a lot of time on YouTube. I do most of my stuff on the other platforms, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. YouTube is a entire process to make videos work for me. So anyway, inflation comes out today, and it is up 0.5%. So that's 6% annually, and it's up from last month. Last month it was up 0.1. We're going to get into the PDF here. It's a little easier to show. We're just going to, hopefully it'll pop up here. All right, yes it will. All right, so last month, so here's the last 12 months. This is the whole report. This is the PDF version of it. If you want to go on the Department of Labor and take a look, read through it for yourself. I always encourage that. Super helpful to do. Some of the stuff is, I think it's written pretty easily to understand. But, you know, for some people, you just never know where everybody's at in their own journey on their financial education. So, again, if you need help, ask questions of me or someone else, and they'll help you through it. So again, inflation up 0.5%. Let's kind of dig through this and see where the inflation is really sticky at. Hold on a second, I gotta make an adjustment here. All right. So let's take a look at where inflation's really sticky at. So we go back to this last column over here for this chart. Inflation's really sticky with energy, 2%, which would be 24% annualized. That's a 2% month-over-month increase. Of course, we all know gasoline was going up, and fuel oil in the Northeast. And used cars have been coming down, but shelter is what's been going up. So this is actually the part of the report I don't like. I like to get into the nitty-gritty details, and some of y'all may not like to do that, but I do. So you guys scroll down here a ways. And did I already pass it? Where you at? There it is. All right. So I like to get into the nitty-gritty. I do not do the seasonally adjusted. Don't do the seasonally adjusted. The real numbers are the unadjusted percent change. All right, so we're just going to focus on, if y'all want to focus on year over year, this is really what you're feeling in your pocketbook. This is what you're feeling in your bank account. I mean, food year over year, 10%. I'm going to scroll down to eggs. Oh, that's actually down here when you get into all the foods. Eggs year over year up 70%. I know for me personally, I've seen eggs up over 100% at my stores, depending on the count. So, but we're going to kind of stick to this one here, and keep in mind we're going to focus on this column right here, December to January. All right. Scroll down here. We're going to look at shelter, right? Shelter, 0.7. Rent of primary residence, owner's equivalent of rent. Look, we're finally starting to see this number come up. This is the number that's been dragging the CPI down and has been showing it lower than it really needs to be. We're finally getting above a near 8 and above 8 on this number. So this is finally starting to show the real inflation. whereas some of these others are a little more accurate. And they have been for the last year. But food, so the Department of Labor likes to take out, they have core CPI and then they have regular CPI. Core CPI is minus food and energy because they're so volatile. They don't want to include those numbers because they're just volatile, right? But those are the numbers that people feel the most, food and energy. You get gas every day. You got to buy food more often. You see those price increases almost daily in some cases, especially with gas. Gasoline, a lot of times, man, that thing fluctuates almost every day. Up 15 cents, down 3, down 3, down 3. Up 15, down 2, down 1, down 1. Up 15. Yeah, it's and I've done videos on that, on how gas is figured, how it's delivered, and why the price fluctuates so much at the pump. But we are, transportation services up 14% year over year, 0.8% for the month. So really, as you can see, not a lot of negatives. Used cars and trucks, not a surprise there. We're seeing more and more cars get repossessed. We're seeing more delinquencies in car loans, more delinquencies in just overall loans in general, credit cards, home loans, auto loans. We're just seeing more delinquencies across the board. Electricity's up 2% month over month. Overall energy's up 3%. Fuel oils down. I mean, you just look across the board and it's up month over month. Anytime you're getting near 1% in some of these areas. Now, energy does fluctuate a lot. So you will see months where it's up 3% and then it's down a lot because it does, wintertime, some of these energies are up higher. Summertime, they're down lower. In the summertime, you'll see electricity kind of balloon up a little bit because of air conditioning, and you'll see fuel oils and piped gas come up in the wintertime and then go down in the summertime. So they do fluctuate quite a bit, and they are very, very volatile. But food prices should be pretty stable, and they haven't been. They just haven't been. And then we'll scroll down here and take a look at the overall food and what y'all are feeling out there. And, of course, leave comments below as to kind of what in the inflation world has affected you the most. Looking for... they had some... Well, where's that? Might not be on here. I'm just missing it. Anyway, drinks. I'm looking for beverages on here, so I think I'm just missing it. But yeah, maybe they don't have it on here. Anyway, beverage. Although I thought I saw it earlier, maybe it was on another one of the charts further up. I mean, y'all are feeling this, man. Flour, eggs, and of course, cookies are up because, flour and eggs. Baked products are up because of flour and eggs. We're seeing, drop in prices in pork. Let us know if you're seeing drops in prices in pork in your areas. Poultry, they're showing, is coming down. I would agree with that. I've been seeing a lot of that in our area. And then, of course, eggs is ridiculous. So, anyway, I don't think there's too much more really to cover on this. Inflation continues to go up. The Federal Reserve is not doing what they need to be doing. The Federal Reserve needs to be increasing prices, or increasing the rate that they are taking money out of the system. We'll go look at that because this is all connected. Maybe. Did I not click on that? Yeah, there we go. All right, so this is the Fed balance sheet. So this is where they've been buying things in the economy, buying assets from banks, not buying things in the economy. They're buying assets from banks, and they have been selling it off. But recently, it looks like they have been, and of course, like this is in 2008, they really started to increase the amount that they were purchasing from banks. Now, whenever you hear things like there's liquidity in the system or there's not liquidity in the system, this is what the Federal Reserve has been doing since 2009, 2008. They have been adding liquidity to the system since 2008, and a lot of it. They need to pull money out of the system. They need to pull it out faster. They also need to increase interest rates. They need to continue on the path of increasing interest rates. This is not enough. This is not enough to bring inflation down. This is a major part of why we're seeing inflation. I keep hearing about corporate greed. I'm not going to get into this and that in this video, but this is a big part of what's been going on as the Federal Reserve buying assets from banks, inserting liquidity into the system, and now they have to take steps to remove liquidity from the system to balance out the monetary ecosystem. So they need to continue on this path, and they need to also continue to increase interest rates. They may have to do it at a slower pace just to kind of give the economy time to breathe so they're not just completely collapsing it, but they really need to increase the pace that they're pulling liquidity out of the system. So anyway, I think that's about all I got for inflation. So leave your comments below on what you're seeing, what you're feeling, and I like solutions. I'm solutions oriented. So if y'all got solutions as to how to fix the inflation problem, throw them in the comments as well. So anyway, it's pretty much all I got for y'all on this go around. We'll catch up with you later. Frazzle Dad out.